By the time you guys hear this podcast, it should already probably be uploading things in that nature. And yeah. Right now it's 16:41, which is 4:41 p.m. in Army time on a Friday evening per se, California. And I might need to double up on this just to see how the water is actually coming off. Well, yeah, I'm gonna try this for a time. But washing clothes right now. What's gonna do that? What came up from the beach? But let me ask you this question: have you ever had a migraine so bad? They was quite sure it was a migraine or a headache, to the point where you felt like it's gonna knock you out of commission because the excruciating pain that came along with it, or whatever. That's how I felt coming from Santa Monica Beach this morning. Mind you, I was feeling cool. I was like, all right now, we can go to the beach, do the podcast, do like we normally do each and every week. There's been a couple times where we had kind of rushed getting out the house and not fully let our body wake up, to what is around us and everything. So wherever the case may have been that trigger the headache and things of the nature, probably it may have been tiredness too, because I know they get up early this past couple days or so a week, for work and stuff. Same thing on Thursday when I went to go pick up my paycheck and whatever. And to be honest, I didn't really rest in like that yesterday. I think I quickly dozed off and took a miniature nap on the floor because I was working on my laptop and work on the memory on that, and then woke up and was doing extra stuff. So to be real, your boy needs a vacation. I need a vacation away from everything. From everything. It's like I'm about to sing off of that. Everything. No, but what I mean by everything, I just need a vacation where I'm unplugged from electronic devices and things of that nature. And if I do want to take pictures of stuff, just use my regular point and shoots, not my cell phones and things of that nature. So that's coming in the works, and I have the hours in my job to do it. But for those of you that know me, my podcast, that you guys know that I'm actually almost like a hustler. Like I have to keep on working and grinding to do something. If they hear the background, I'm just washing some clothes and whatnot. That was going to be the task to do ahead of time before I got home. But like I said before, have you ever felt the migraines to where you normally take 2 aspirins and you take 3? That's how I felt, and it feels like it's still trying to come back or whatever. So, because the crazy thing is, I came home from Santa Monica and tried to figure out what the heck my body was doing. Came home, ate something, took the aspirins, was knocked out. Woke back up, I think around 3 o'clock this afternoon. I think I went to sleep like around 12, so about a good couple hours. And the crazy thing is, today's one of my little last days off before I go back to work tomorrow. So that's the part that kind of sucks. And everything. And I'm like, dang, I do not want to go back into the office. After feeling what I felt today, I'm like, I do not want to go back into the office tomorrow. I don't. So this year really is the grinding year to get everything that I need to do get done as quickly as possible, so I can start making residual income more, and really start living out my dreams of what I'm doing, what you guys hear me talk about and stuff like that. Because trust me, this entrepreneur stuff, it is a process. It is a process. Most folks think that, you get to that point where you're rich and you enjoy life and everything is cool. You still got issues that come along. You still got health issues. You still got family issues. You still got a whole lot of other stuff that is going to come along with the territory. Thing is, can't get too comfortable for what's happening around you. And that's where most folks fell and fall off at. Is that they get too comfortable as to how they make it. But you have to remember, if you own a business, you got some taxes and stuff that you need to pay off. To which, me speaking on that, there's some stuff that I might need to pay that's coming up in the next 4 months. Well, especially March and April. So, it's no playing time right now. Everything is game time and grind time. And that's what we're about to get into right now. So we about to start off this podcast and we about to get it cracking. And it's going to be fantastic. And I actually need to say that because I can actually refill that hand sanitizer bottle with some more hand sanitizer. But we about to get it cracking, though, ladies and gents. If you hear other noises in the background, because I'm doing a whole lot of stuff as usual. And I'm trying to take it easy right now. Like I said before, I took the aspirin earlier, but, might need to take some more again. Whew. But how has everybody else's Friday been going along? Expect the unexpected. Because you never know what may happen. That is for certain. Put these screen protectors in here. I forgot I had this cord up in here that I used for a little external. That's perfect. I could go with the collection we have. I'm thinking to myself, maybe I should switch glasses or something. I have 2 pairs. But I know it's not my glasses that's on that though. Oh yeah, and that's the reason why I wasn't wearing the wooden ones. Because the little legs kind of hurt the ears for some odd reason. Be alright. Be alright. I actually need to clean this little thing real quick. Like the noise here in the background, that's washing machine. Some of you might be like, damn, that's loud. It is. Trust me. One of them old school washing machines, the ones that kind of rattle. You washing clothes. That's one of those right there. We'll start the podcast off in a few minutes, y'all. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. Cleaning off a cord real quick that I have for a future updated MacBook. Which is coming soon. I'll leave that in this bag. Oh yeah, I need to keep the Best Buy receipt just in case that screen protector gets jacked up off of the Samsung. I can send it out to SIG. They can do their Dizzo. And I can get a new screen protector. T-Mobile bag of goodies. Oh yeah, no wonder I put that right there. We gotta make room in your closet to put stuff up. Alright, hopefully this stays like this or something. There we go. There we go. Because I gotta put my other stuff up here anyway, so. Alright. So, ladies and gents, let's begin the podcast real quick. And, yeah, we'll get it cracking. If I can remember the posts that I have posted up and everything. So let me see. Family come home, so you guys know that how that gets. All right. Not the type of what's the track goes my email address. All right, y'all. So let's start this podcast, shall we? So let me see. I gotta talk about the dog. All right, so for January 8, 2018, Blessed Mondays, I said the rain is just like the rivers, streams, waterfalls, and oceans. It's very peaceful when you listen to its music compared to being angry due to the noise of life. And you know what? Let me go ahead and... Oh, yeah, I forgot Spreaker can't do that. Never mind. Oh, hopefully I'm on the right... Yeah, I'm on the right one. All right. So, with that post, I had mentioned that the rain is just like the streams, like the oceans, waterfalls, rivers. It's peaceful when you listen to it. Compare to being angry due to the noise of life. Well, I mentioned that at Santa Monica. I mentioned that the noise of life and everything is usually the stuff that goes on and whatever. And what I mean by goes on, I mean that the noise of life is what gets you. It's the things that makes you tick. It's the situations or whatever that makes you want to fall down and just say, you know, what's really going on. It's the things in life that really breaks you down. Basically, everything in life is very mental. Everything is mental. And if you live in the United States, it's very mental. And the reason why it's very mental is because of the things that's being displayed. Advertising, promotion, marketing, consumerism, things of that nature that tell you need to go ahead and get this or purchase this item or, you know, why you don't have the latest smartphone or this and this and this. All that right there is just plain noise. And all of that noise truly could break down anybody who's not strong enough to have the willpower to say, okay, you know, let's, you know, I can try to make a change and shut everything down. Now, most folks could shut everything down. Have you ever noticed when you watch a TV show and it's like a million commercials that comes on a small second time frame, but that second time frame don't seem like a second because everything is going boom, 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 you know. That's how the noise of life is. Noise of life is just like that, where everything is going boom, 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 boom. Oh crap! Dropped the hand sanitizer. But to the point where you just really had to be focused, like have a strong laser focus on doing something greater. So in truth and reality, what you have to do, ladies and gents, is sometimes you have to shut everything down in order to get to the next level. You have to shut everything down in order to feel much more better in life. Because you can't just keep going on and just keep, trying to make things happen and nothing's not happening. You have to take time to just relax and just keep on pushing. You have to be around places that have oceans and streams and things of that nature and whatever. You have to be around places to which, you can enjoy life and you can actually regroup back to do what needs to be done. So with that, though, ladies and gents, if you need to go to a quiet place, always mention head towards the beach or somewhere in that nature. And part of the reason being that you want to go to some place like that is for the fact that, you can also, and as well, regroup yourself. And once you regroup yourself, you truly become better than what you were before. And at the same time, life is much more enjoyable that way too. So, wherever you want to do, make sure that you be like the rivers and oceans and things. Make sure that you truly find a balance to where you need to be at. Because once you find that balance, and like I said before, the noise of life and everything else would truly start to phase out. So that is what you guys truly want to do. And I'm probably about to read through this podcast. The whole that I'm going to redo this. I ain't feeling redoing it anyways. So let's continue. For On the Grind Tuesdays, January 9th, 2018, I said, the willpower to keep on pushing tends to happen when all hope seems lost. Hold on to hope and make things happen. I'm going to give you guys a great example on pushing through with hope. The great example with that, ladies and gents, is this. I mentioned earlier that I had a real bad migraine coming from Santa Monica Beach this morning, where it was nice and sunny, and I think the sunlight probably may have caused a little bit of the strain in my eyes and whatever, because I didn't have my glasses, so sometimes my eyes, for those of you that have allergies or whatever, sometimes my eyes would kind of water up, and it was kind of doing that, whatever. So, I thought nothing about it, like, okay, whatever, it's just a little water up, yada, yada, yada. Got to the beach and it was cool, and I was like, dang, I should have brought my sunglasses because the sunlight was really blazing and everything. Like really blazing and everything. So that happened. Then once that sunlight was really kicking, I kid you not, when I say this as well, when that sunlight kept on kicking and then the fog started coming in, that's when my head started I started getting strained and things of that nature. So when the eyes had got, let's say again, that's that light machine. So when the eyes had got strained, ladies and gents, let's just say, like I said earlier, I had the willpower to hurry up and get back home. The blessing of living in South Central Los Angeles, where the train is connected close to your house and things of that nature, it's the fact that I could get on the train from Santa Monica and everything to
Good puppy. Good puppy.
well, they try to have a puppy, but let me say that. So, like I said before, I started watching clothes.
Push me.
Right, watch clothes. So the strain that I was feeling had gave me the natural strength and the willpower to push my way towards getting home. When I mean getting home, I mean getting home. Because however this migraine was feeling, I was kind of feeling sick when the migraine was popping off. Like, really, like, I was like, okay, I'm about to, like, I was like, I need to lay down or something. So that was the hope of keep pushing, breathe slowly, get on home. Like I mentioned earlier in this podcast, did that, took some aspirin, went to sleep. And like I said before, I had to take some more aspirin again, whatever, just so the rest of the effects could go. But what I mean by if you hold on to hope and just keep on pushing in life, things will get better, it will be. Because there are some things in you guys' life right now that you guys going through. There's some individuals that you know that's going through some things as well too, to which you just need to hold on to the faith. You just need to keep on pushing. The reason why most folks tend to off themselves and things of that nature is because they lost all hope from things. That be from losing a loved one. That will also be from losing a job or not reaching a certain goal that you hadn't reached. So you just say, screw it. You lost all hope. But when you look at the brighter tomorrow and the better today, you start to actually see that not all hope is lost. That you could continue to push on forward and keep on moving. You just have to have the willpower to do it and not just let life beat you down. That's what most folks do. Most folks let life beat them down without them fighting against life. What I mean by fighting against life, I mean by telling life we're not going to cower up. We're going to continue to push. Because the more we continue to push, the better we will get in the long run. So that right there in itself is strong willpower to do greater things. So while all hope seems lost, do not give up. Do not give up. Continue to push, continue to fight, continue to strive for something else greater than what you may have ever seen. Because once you strive better for greatness, trust me, everything else is second nature and life becomes much more enjoyable. So with that, let's continue. So, for Motivational Wednesdays, January 10th, 2018, after the rain and its effects, comes a brand new day and a better tomorrow. So we had some rain out here in California about a week ago. Let me rephrase that. I said about a week ago. I'm tripping. We had some rain a few days ago. About a week ago. We had some rain a few days ago out here in California. And we actually need it because you guys been hearing about the forest fires, mountain fires and things of that nature. And now some of you other states are hearing about, the mudslides that's been happening in different places out here in California. With certain people that had left their house from the fires, and when the rain hit, it brought more stuff with it, and because the ground is so fertile, brought more mud and everything. And so do our prayer for the families up in the mountains of California, for those that have lost their houses, straight up. And that is a scary situation and things of that nature. But at the same time, once the rain will go away, and its effects comes a better tomorrow. The rain is what I mentioned earlier. Stress of family, life, work, financial things, money, things of that nature, and just other stuff that truly tears us down. And what is this in my backpack for December 15th? Oh, yeah, I know exactly what this is. It's another receipt that I need to save. This goes to the, whatchamacallit? Headphones I bought at the Apple Store. I forgot. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's what life is. And that's what the rain is. My bad. That's what the rain is. The rain is all of that, where life is just like, pew, 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 you know, just hit you all across everything to the point where, you know, we just need to find a balance and things of that nature for something else greater, something else better. And so, with that, ladies and gents, with the rain happen and its effects, what you have to do is that you have to boss up when the effects are done and just truly continue to push for something else higher and greater and greater and greater. Wow. So you want to make sure that you do that. You want to make sure that you just don't give up on hope, that you just don't give up on life in general, that you just continue to push and that you just continue to make things happen. And like I said before, don't mind the background noise. That's just the family and everything. So, helping out one of the puppies, supposedly. I think she has a poo-poo stuck on her butt. I don't know. You know how dogs get and whatever. So, let's continue. So, for January 11, 2018, Daily Tips Thursdays. I said, if you want to strive in business, you have to do one major thing, and that is finding solutions to problems that most folks can't find. So let me explain that one to you guys. So I was talking to one of my homeboys. I believe it was on either Thursday, not Thursday. I think it was Wednesday. It was one of those days where I was talking to one of my good friends that we was having okay, I'm making sure that the stream is still recording. Because I had an issue over at Santa Monica where the stream was not recording whatsoever. No, the Periscope app had crashed about 3 times, and I was hot about that. I was hot because we was really diving into some topics. But what I want to say, though, ladies and gents, is that far from that, I had mentioned that I was talking to one of my homeboys. I think it was on Wednesday. It had to be either a Tuesday, Wednesday, one of those 2 days. Because I know I went back to work the next following day or whatever. Was it Tuesday? It was Tuesday evening. One of my good friends hit me up. And I was just thinking about calling him too, but he called me first. Whatever. So he was telling me, thank you, Seth, for helping him out. Now, you guys heard me mention before. Your boy's entrepreneur. So certain co-workers that used to work at the job where I work at, they don't work there anymore. They work at, different jobs and everything. Everybody has their own little 9 to 5 till we get to where we need to get to. So my homeboy, in all humbleness, he's like, thank you, bro, for, showing me that, I could do, like, run my own business and with the woo. I told him, I said, don't thank me, man. I said, thank the big man upstairs. I said, he's the one that you want to thank in all of this or whatever. So after that, we go ahead and we chop it up. So we're talking about different things. He let me know the steps he's going to take to do for his business. He tried to do a cleaning business, which is nothing wrong with that. I'm going to tell you right now, the type of businesses, ladies and gents, that still going to be here and actually been here for the longest has always been cleaning. Wow. Part of my ears coming out. Has always been cleaning. Always been clothing. eyewear, like glasses and things, that has been here for a long time. And there's other professions too that has been here longer. But cleaning has been here longer since the biblical age and stuff like that. So my homeboy let me know what's up, and then we start chopping it up. And we had, I call it a power talk, but I know it's called Mastermind. There we go. If you guys watch this Santa Monica podcast, which I will have posted up later on tonight, well, before 8 o'clock p.m., then you guys are going to hear me say during the podcast, okay, y'all, it's going to come to me later on what it is that entrepreneurs have, because I cannot remember for the life of me what it was. Mastermind. There we go. So me and the homie, we basically, like I said, that's the family in the background, like all that noise, whatever. But yeah, like I said though, what's it called? Mastermind. Like, we actually had a cool little mastermind where we was just talking about different things. And part of that mastermind, which we was talking about, I had told him, because my bro asked me a question. He said, why is it that most folks is afraid of business and never are successful in business? And I told him, I said, part of the reason, and this is key for you guys as well too, part of the reason, ladies and gents, is because most individuals, I kid you not, the thing, I'll put this way, when they think about business and when they think about success, they think about, and I see this with different professions, they talk about the greatness of, you be successful, this may happen, woo. What they sometimes don't tell you is the hardships that you have to go through. It's going through the fire, going through the grind in order to get to where you need to get at. But what most professions don't tell you is that if you want to be in the top, like the top individuals that truly has made it up there, that has the millions of dollars and things of that nature, what they actually did was that they found solutions to problems that was actually happening. Meaning, and take a listen to this key right here. I told you that my good friend, he's created a cleaning business, which I will 100% support and whatnot, because there's nothing wrong with that. Most folks, I'll put it this way, most folks, you guys see cleaners at different jobs, y'all need to know that right there is a very big profession. It's a very big multi-million-dollar business as well too, and things. And here's the stuff, and here's the things, whatever though. It is. The crazy thing is this. The way that the profession and how they found a solution and why they at the top is because when you really look at a corporation, somebody that owns a corporate building downtown that they're renting out and things of that nature, or they probably had, or might be somebody that bought the building or whatever. I'm going to tell you guys right now, somebody's going to have to clean the inside of the building, because at the end of the day, the main boss of the corporation or the business won't be able to have time to pick up the trash, wipe down the windows, or clean the microwaves and things of that nature. It's true. Well, I take it back. Some places would have the workers, do clean out microwaves and whatever. At the same time, the cleaning company, what they do is they find a solution for businesses that aren't able to clean up the trash that's left behind from their workers and things of that nature. So that's where a cleaning company comes in. I work for a cleaning company for the airlines. We get on the aircrafts, we clean them up, make it look nice so that the next set of passengers can go ahead and fly to their destinations. That right there is a solution to a problem. And the crazy thing is, the reason why most folks don't see it that way is because most folks is caught up on the signs of money. Most folks is caught up on, okay, I'm going to need to try to make as much money as I can, so go ahead and do A, B, C, D, F, E, F, G. That's the reason why certain businesses don't tell folks that if you are in the place of the people business, you are solution solvers to finding the issues and problems that most individuals don't even want to find, because most individuals are too lazy to actually go out and do something greater for themselves. See, that's the thing, ladies and gents, about being a solution finder, is that whatever profession you are in, do always know that you will have to be the one to solve an issue or a problem that could actually help and benefit somebody else. But it's going to benefit you in the long run. The reason why those at the top who are making the millions of dollars are up there is because they are the problem solvers. They the ones that found solutions to certain issues that most folks didn't want to find. Now, I mentioned in the video podcast, I said that part right there is 50-50, because you do have the individuals that are shady as hell, and that in truth and reality, they do be the ones that do be doing backdoor type businesses. That's kind of mafia type-ish. But other than that, in truth and reality though, there are those individuals that do find solutions to the issues and problems that most of us, face. And they are the ones that are the solution solvers. So when they do find a solution to the issues and problems, then guess what? They go be the ones that make the big bucks. The reason why you see motivational speakers making that much money is because it's not that we just speaking. We actually speaking on situations and issues that, and problems that we can find, problems that needs to be solved and whatever, in different businesses or whatever. I'm doing these podcasts, and I kid you not, I bet you, for me doing these podcasts, most of you guys have found solutions to issues that you were facing by listening to what I have said, by hearing me say, okay, you guys need to take the initiative to do blah, 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 and next thing you know, you're doing blah, 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 to make, certain situations become a great solution. So you have to take a look at life like that, ladies and gents. And you have to take a look at different professions like that as well, too. And you just got to continue to push on as well. You cannot, let life, like I said, let life knock you down. But if you want to be successful in business, you are going to have to find solutions to issues to which most folks do not want to find the problem. Solve the problem to. So once you be the main one to solve the problems and issues for it, then trust me, you're going to see a whole lot of things get more better. Life is going to get better. Everything's going to be more grand. And at the same time, things is going to look up. So be the problem solvers to find the issues that you may be going through or that you might need to find. So be the solution solver, because that right there will make you very, very successful. I mentioned earlier in the podcast that me being a music producer is a top profession right there. Why? Because we find solutions to other individuals, not just artists that need music, but you got to look at the television and look at people on YouTube that's looking out for YouTube. Excuse me, sorry about that. It's looking for background music, for YouTube. So, you gotta find your spot, and you just gotta pick in different areas and everything on how you want to get things done. So that's a problem, right? That's a problem and a solution right there that you need to find. Oh, this is the 12 wattage one I was looking for. I'm sorry, y'all. I was looking for one of the little power packs I have to charge my devices for my Apple products or whatever. And I found one of the little adapters for, I got the 61 watts one, but still the 12 one is not bad. And I'm cleaning up my closet too at the same time too, so cleaning up my closet. If y'all remember the Eminem song, yeah. Other than that though, let's continue with the rest of this podcast, shall we? Because I need to post it up before 8 o'clock tonight, so I'm going to do this in a few minutes. So for today, January 12th, oh yeah, and that was yesterday's post for January 11th, 2018. So for today, January 12th, 2018, well, it's Fridays, I say your environment should be your motivation to be the best that you can be. I mentioned this before, but I'm going to mention it again. What I mean by your environment and things of that nature, I mean the place that you live at. You guys hear me say it so many times, from South Central California. I'm not ashamed to say it. But you guys know it's home of Ice Cube and around the surrounding areas, Compton or whatever, DJ Quick, Dr. Dre, the pioneers and things of the nature of West Coast hip hop and stuff like that. But over at the same time, regards with that and whatever, it's not just about, the area and the location. But then again, what I also have noticed, and I mentioned this while I was at the beach, what I mentioned too, was that your environment can truly motivate you to be way better than anything else. I have mentioned that those that live in like little impoverished areas or things of that nature, or may not come from a family that had a whole lot, but at the same time, you had the foundation of the family. Okay, this is the 10 waters one. That's the one that goes up. But had the motivation and things of just really, of just coming from some place to which, how can I explain this better? Okay, let me give you guys a good example. So let's say that you're from another part of the world that doesn't have the luxuries like we do in the U.S. And don't get the game twisted for those from our international people. We got some places out here in the U.S. that does look like the slums and things out in other countries, straight up. It's always going to be an area that looks crazy to what it is. All right, so let's get that settled out right now. But at the same time, let's say that you come from an area in which you didn't have much, right? Let's just say you come from an area in which you didn't have much. But let's also say, far from that area where it seems like as if you didn't have much, that, how much we call it? Okay, let me try to explain another way. I told you, like I said, when that headache happened, it kind of knocked me out of commission, so my apologies. So let me rephrase everything. Your environment would make you something greater. Okay, good example. Let's say you just come from South Central Los Angeles. Let's say, because right now, South Central, it is changing. Gentrification is real. If you guys don't know what gentrification is, go ahead and look it up. But it's not a bad thing out here, though. Only because where I live at, very close by USC University. USC Children's. Damn, Irish coming out. USC College and things of that nature, University of Southern California. Most of you guys know about USC. You guys heard about USC and things of that nature. But you bet that when you come out here and you see the college, you're like, oh my goodness, here goes the college, and woo. But when you look around the surrounding areas around the college, you're like, what in the hell? It's looking kind of dingy and stuff like that. That's what I mean by, your location, your environment would motivate you to do greater. If you, I'm going to say like this. If you had ever noticed that those who are fed a silver spoon, that they have everything already and things of that nature. 9 to 10 times, and I mentioned this in the podcast, I know it's going to piss some people off, but it's cool. But 9 out of 10 times, those individuals and whatever, even though they have been fed a silver spoon and things of the nature, let's say they're from Beverly Hills, whatever. They have everything because, their parents had, or their grandparents or even their great-grandparents set a foundation for the family. But let's say that they are the ones, to just go ahead and just spend money on useless things because they got it like that. But let's say that situation happens. A situation happens to which they're not able to cope and comprehend as to how they need to hustle in order to keep on pushing, in order to strive for something else greater. As opposed to somebody that comes from the hood and we know how to hustle and find ways to create things out of thin air, when certain situation goes down. That's what I mean by your environment will motivate you to change it to something else greater. Because there are some folks and everything to which they don't know how to truly transcribe. What I mean by transcribe, they don't know how to truly hustle in a way to which would benefit them to grow more. As for those who live in the hood or whatever, we know how to hustle because we been through the grind of, not having funds to do certain things, or, not having the financial gain to continue to push for, or, just trying to make things happen, and can't fully make things happen because life just really knocks you down. I mean, we know how to do that. You take a look at people from other places around the world, other countries. The reason why you guys outshine us better out here in the U.S. is because you guys, like I mentioned before, you guys been through the grind, you guys been through the hustle, and cool, I got an offer for tomorrow for work. But you guys been through the grind, you guys been through the hustle of not having as much. And so when you come out to the U.S. and do y'all need to do, guess what? Y'all already be ahead of the curve. You're already making things happen because y'all know how to make things happen. As opposed to somebody that lives out here in the U.S. that when all hope is lost, they give up, they quit. And that's the reason why I mentioned earlier in the podcast. And when they off themselves, they just giving up hope. Because when you give up hope into doing something else greater, you just basically lose all focus of, like, oh, I can't do this anymore. But you look at the person that comes from another country, the person that actually is like, shoot, I ain't giving up a damn thing. I know how this story is going to end, and I know how it begins. And I know how to push through, because if I give up right now, I'm giving up on family that lives so across a part of the world that wanted to come out to the U.S. or wherever other country, to experience the luxuries that's out here. So that's how the mindset for you guys have to be. Wherever your environment is, you have to make sure that's your motivation to actually push forward towards something greater. It has to be your motivation to get up, get out, and really do something. Show you right. I'm sorry, I just had the song hit my head, but it's true. You have to get up, get out, and do something. You cannot be afraid to do greater things. You cannot be afraid and just be stuck doing the same thing over and over again and not really pushing. And shoot, we got 5 Western Digital hard drives. That is dope. Got the other ones that I can't put no more stuff on too, but I got the big bad boy that we just recently purchased to back up everything, which I'll probably go do that after I do this podcast. But other than that though, ladies and gents, wherever your environment is that you come from, let that be a great motivation right there to do something greater. Because once that becomes your motivation, then at the end of the day, things is going to get better. Life is going to get better. And all the situations that you thought that you was facing is going to get better as well. So, don't ever quit, because when you quit, you basically not quit it on yourself, but you quit it on family members that truly is actually rooting for you to do great. So what you have to do is bunker down and just make things happen, and don't be afraid of life in general, period. So I'm gonna need to keep the iPad on because I'm gonna need to promote. That's right, I totally forgot. I don't do the video thing for it anymore. I got a little tab on my SoundCloud, wow, on my Snapchat that basically says this post is ready to get done, and whoop, 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 whoop. So yeah, but nevertheless, ladies and gents, I want to let you guys know this. Just continue to push towards greatness, continue to strive for something greater, do something great with your life. At the same time, just continue to make things happen. And if it feels like as if you got a migraine, make sure you have some aspirin with you at all times. Because I'm about to do that. And I knew something had told me to bring it with me, but I forgot it and left it at the house. But make sure you keep some aspirin with you if your head is pounding and things of that nature. So yeah. But with that though, ladies and gents, thank you guys for tuning into today's edition of the podcast. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is... Let me take a look at it real quick. I believe this is week 86. Let me see. I like this plastic screen protector off of this Galaxy Note 8. It actually makes the phone look a whole lot more better. This is week 84. Week 84 of the Business Minded Leaders. Sessions for 06 to 410 for January 8th to January 12th. Matter of fact, I'm going to need to actually go onto the website so I can actually see if that's true. Because I think there's been a couple of times where we post something up like this and it wasn't the right whatchamacallit, the right day for it. So let me see real fast. Yeah, I feel like I might need to take another aspirin. Okay, yeah, we in week 84. All right, cool. Because I was about to be hot. Like, all right, what week are we in? So, since we are on week 84, ladies and gents, I want to thank you guys once again for tuning in to the podcast. I truly appreciate each and every one of you guys. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. If you want to find out more about my social sites and things of that nature, go to hiprockerproductionstm.com. That is hiprockerproductionstm.com. And whatnot. That is where everything would come to happen. And hopefully, okay, cool. Still got the stream going. Was trying to clean out all my notifications on my Note 8 and whatever. Because it's just a whole lot of clutter at the top. And I like to keep my phone looking clean. But yeah, so with that though, ladies and gents, go to the website, hiprockerproductionstm.com. It will be updated sometime this... To be honest, because I'm stuck on the Tuesday schedule. Forgot, once again, today is Friday. So, knowing me, we're not going to be really working on... Actually, I'm still going to be working on a computer. Because I got a new hard drive. And I'm trying to back up all of the music and stuff. Try to back up all of the music and everything that I do onto this new hard drive so I can completely clean off my MacBook Pro and have it run fast again. I was going to delete the music files off of there, but I do have a backup of everything else. I have like triple backups and quadruple backups of everything. But that's going to truly needs to be needed in a few minutes. But yeah, you guys head towards the website at hiprockerproductionstm.com and just truly just vibe out to it. I'm going to make some bigger changes for it later on in this month. So stay tuned. Because the music, ladies and gents, all of that is coming back. Yes, all of that is coming back. It's a celebration for that. All the music and stuff is coming back. I had to take the time off because all the memory on my laptop and everything like so forth was going out. So your boy had to put things on hold, wait to get certain flash drives. Shout out to Western Digital and Best Buy when having a sale on an 8 terabyte hard drive, which is still on sale right now for $160 at Best Buy. It's a Western Digital. As soon as I can get the thing, whatever we guys look for it. It's a Western Digital Easy Store, which is called Easy Store. It's like it's a plug-in type of hard drive, meaning that you had to plug it in to a wall in order to plug it to your computer to back up the memory and things of that nature. But it is on sale for 8 terabytes, on sale for $160. If you guys don't know what a terabyte is, a terabyte information stores a whole lot more stuff. Let me say this. Remember back in the early 2000s when 512 gigabytes was a whole lot of memory for storage for computers and things of that nature, and how that went high. I'll give you guys a good example. You look at the iPhones and stuff like that. The new iPhone 10 is 64 gigabytes and 256 gigabytes. You want the 256 gigabytes because especially if you do videography, photography, music, well, especially with the video and stuff like that, if you try to record in that 4K HD 60 or 20 frames per second thing, whatever, it's going to be a very large file when you're trying to save it to your phone. So Apple wants you to get something bigger, which is that. Or if you got a Samsung Galaxy Note 8, you notice that comes in a 64 configuration already on the phone. But at the same time, you could get a memory card for 256 gigabytes to which you can store more information on there. That's what it is, to store more information. Or if you're an individual, or if you are an individual that loves to watch a whole lot of movies, or you like to save a whole lot of movies, or you are a music buff to where you like to have a whole lot of music on your device and things of that nature, I'm going to let you guys know right now, if you are one of those type of individuals, then what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have a hard drive. Cool, that charges. You want to make sure that you have a hard drive for your computer that could save 1 million movies and a gazillion thousand tracks, especially for you DJs. If you like DJing and you guys already know firsthand that in order to play all your music, you make sure you have portable hard drives that have some music on there, because you really just can't be using regular your computer storage, because we all know use your computer storage, you're going to run out of memory. So that's what I'm talking about, ladies and gents. That is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about when it comes to storage and everything. So if you guys are looking for, like I said, 8 terabytes for $160, that is unheard of, low key. When you really look at the original price for when you look at the original price for an 8 terabyte storage drive, they normally go up from $200 to $300. 20 terabytes is higher than that and stuff like that. And there are cloud-based services that's actually helping out individuals, with doing everything like that from that try to have people do the cloud-based thingy. But if you just want to get your own terabyte storage, save your information, then yeah. And there are also 10 terabytes of storage where folks that you see on YouTube, what they tend to do is they tend to they tend to make like a gigantic storage. I'll put it this way, videographers who do Hollywood movies and stuff like that, they use big storage systems to which they add about 20 terabytes worth of hard drives, which comes out to a pretty penny, a couple $1,000 or whatever, to save the heavy raw compression files of the video that they had recorded and things of that nature. Same thing with music professions. We do the same thing too. And even when we get new music kits and whatever, that right there eats up a whole lot of memory. So it's not just cheap memory that we have to put on these things. It's a whole lot of memory that we try to save. So yeah, you guys get yourself a Western Digital Easy Store 8 terabyte hard drive for $160 at Best Buy. Get them while they last, because once that sale goes off, that price is going to go back up to around 200 something. So you guys want to be able to get the jump off right now. All right, let me stop talking. I need to really work on this website, and my head started to hurt again. Imagine that. So other than that, though, ladies and gents, thank you guys for tuning into today's podcast. Truly appreciate each and every one of you guys. And at the same time, Just continuing to push and strive for greatness. And I'm trying to figure out what the heck I put my AFO at. But continue to push and strive for greatness. Make things happen. At the same time, don't give up on hope and don't give up on life. Just continue to push and just, like I said, make things happen. With that, I'll catch you guys next week, next Friday. And to be honest, I think I'm not going to be at the beach this upcoming week. I think we might actually stay home, so might change the format up, might do like I did last time, which was record the sky and things of that nature, so there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, as you guys can see, I'm kind of like a little bit burnt out too, so still tired from earlier, still tired from yesterday. Like, as soon as I grab one of these tacos at my grandparents' house, I'm going to tell them I'm going to do the Domino's some other day or whatever. Because, yeah, I'm not quite sure. It might be the weather. It might be making my head hurt again or something. Or whatever the case may be. I know I'm going to take some more aspirin before heading off to bed tonight. And it's only 5:42 out here, but I feel like as if it's 8 o'clock. Daylight savings or something. And plus the weather out here in California has been changing. We're starting to get more cold fronts and things. And I know we're going to get some more rain too in the next following days. So I think this is going to be the year where we get a whole lot of rain in different times, different months and whatever. But it is what it is. Other than that though, ladies and gents, thank you guys for tuning in to today's session. Catch you guys on the flip side. One love, your boy Chinchilla Q is out. Peace.